Hello everyone, so what's happening? So, the fish tank, it might look kind of bad right now. I assure you they're not suffering from something. They started showing signs of parasites. So I gave them a little bit of a treatment, an anti-parasitic, which is making the water a little milky. But they're already responding really well to it. Now, I've noticed, because I've done quite a few different kinds of videos over the year I've been YouTubing, it really what determines how much a video is seen is what I put in the Friday slot. So my art videos are on the Friday from now on. Got a little delayed this week because family got sick and I decided to rearrange the videos and when we do them. So you're gonna get fish videos sporadically. Look, they want food now because I'm talking. They think I'm talking to them. And then we'll get painting. I had a few moments right now. Again, my family's sick. They've been at home. So everything's been very loud, but I have a quiet moment. I'm going to try and make the longest drawing video I can in that amount of time. So, let's get to it. Gave them a little sprinkle. This is not a fish video. Starts filming fish. They're beautiful. Just look at them. Oh, these guys too. I put a heater in there so they'd start doing it, and they've been really active. So what are we doing this week? That's right, it's this thing for my son. We haven't started our summer charity yet. It just got into March and it's already hot as heck where I live, so might do it next. We'll decide. We'll see where I'm at when this one's finished. But first, let's pull up some reference material. That's why if you type Jessie into Google, Jessie Team Rocket comes up before Jessie Pokemon. Really want the reference for her hair more than anything. Take this one. I like the attitude in it. I like her attitude. Woman. So last time, I kind of liked her jaw, but I also wanted to bring it in a bit. Jaws are one of those things for me, they can go just to nothing real quick. You can go from, oh, feminine to Chad. I think there's that little there. So I like doing pencil and then ink because you can layer your stuff. Some people say, oh, well, I just do the ink because I'm that good. But, you know, that's a cope. You can always do better if you take time to do steps. I want to add a little something there. Now, what I'm mainly focused on right now is her hair. Yeah, I don't want that. Don't go adding hair spikes. This isn't DBZ fan art. You know, a lot of DBZ fan art is a lot like a lot of Sonic fan art. And what I mean is, it's a lot of times just a character from the show. Like, it'll be Yamcha without scars and, like, more face spikes. Yeah, as long as we're talking about DBZ. I'm almost done with Naruto. I'm about to watch it again. Because, you know, I gotta watch it, like, at least once every 2 to 3 year cycle. Yamcha, I hate his scars. And I think they look cool, but I hate how, like, you watch Dragon Ball, he just shows up at the tournament, and it's like, how'd you get those? Yep, training accident. You're not gonna show it, you're not gonna, nope. And I honestly think he did it to himself to impress girls. Would not put it past him. Would not, could not, should not. Do you think Game Boy Jones would copyright strike my videos if I played his music? I've been listening to a lot of Game Boy Jones, UK Drill. You know, philosophy-wise, I shouldn't approve of rap music, but I mean, I love poetry, I love rhyme, I love the references, and it's just like rap is a beautiful form of music. You know, that's why, like, I watch a lot of the rap. It'll be like a Glorb, or it'll be like a regular show rap or something. Like, it'll be like cartoon characters that someone turned into a rap song. And I like that because, oh, the South Park one's lit with Mr. Mackey. But because when I watch it, I know it's a fantasy. I understand it's a fantasy. When I watch these SoundCloud rappers and whatnot, I know what they're doing is a fantasy, but I don't know if they know it's a fantasy, if that makes sense. And young people don't know it's a fantasy. I'm liking her hair. Again, hedgehoggy. Jesse the Hedgehog, gonna steal your Pikachu. Jesse the Hedgehog, traveling around with a cat and a rich boy? I don't know. Dandy. Oh, traveling around with a cat and a dandy too. I hope dandy isn't hate speech. Well, Space Dandy came out a few years ago, so maybe not. Like, I got a lot of family from the South, and dandy was just like a thing. Like, people who were dandies that I've known, like, pride themselves on it. They're very proper people. Really messed up there. I like how you can still see, like, her head under it. Her. I think the hair is good, honestly. The hair looks pretty bomb. Looks bomb diggity. Looks right fly skillet. You know what I messed up, though? Is I did not detail out this arm at all. How it's supposed to have this, fabric on it. Let's go do that right now. I remember I wanted an extra line there. Can you hear the fish? I do. Love my fish, bro. You know, even though this isn't a charity piece, you know, I would like to remind a lot of you out there watching that, like always, it could be a pretty hectic time right now. You know, there's always going to be strife, there's always going to be suffering, but what truly defines your suffering is how you choose to deal with it. What you choose to do, and what you choose to put out there. I know it seems hopeless sometimes, but you really do have the power to change your world for the better. I'm trying to draw this right now, and I'm realizing it disappears, like, his ear right here. Sometimes I'll do this too. I'll shade over just to give me, like... This is why when I paint it, I'll probably paint Meowth first. I'll probably do Meowth, then her, then the background. A lot of people do it differently, but, you know, art, once again, it's about self-expression. It's about doing things. Like, how can I put across my message if I can't do the art how I see it? I don't like what this dress is doing, though. It's really skin tight to her all the time, except, like, the back. I want to see the back more. Like, here you can kind of see it. Dang it. It kind of hangs over, but I want to know, like, should I have it on the skin? Where the leg is? Or does it need to be, like, hanging off a bit more? Oh, this art looks really good. If I type in Jesse from the back, do you think I'm going to get weird stuff? Like, see here? Pretty tight. Official Pokemon Go art? Pretty tight. I'm going to go with it's pretty tight. It's tight, all right. My Meowth is just horrible. That's the real crime. I love that video where he's like, so what? Maxie did nothing wrong. Maybe there is too much water in Hoenn. Now, I'm not going to say there's too much water in Pokemon, but there's definitely an overabundance of water types and a real lacking of fire types. I mean, there's that one Legends Arceus. It's like near impossible to find friggin' a fire type. Till you get that Chimchar in the story. I think that's about as far as I got, honestly. Like, I did all the side stuff you could, catching all the Pokemon that were available, and I just got bored at that point. Really, I won that, like, that special Decidueye, and I got it, and then, I don't know. The game wasn't that good to begin with. See, they're very form-fitting boots. Might make mine a little more form-fitting than even these. I have her feet going off the panel. We're going to zoom in on her feet. Japanese businessman, eat your heart out. Yes, make sure to round the toes. Oh, yes. See, for heels, I like to do the natural heel and then come down from there. There's actually like a lot of detail in her shoes, which is funny because like how much other detail she lacks. The other leg's just going to kind of be sitting there. I kind of want to ink her and then fill in the other leg, but I also don't want to fill in the other leg and I think part of it's my proportions off. I'm just going to draw her leg. There's that hip bone right there. Yeah, her leg needs to definitely be shorter and less pointy. Now that foot looks funny. I want to like lightly just detach the foot because I still kind of like some of those lines. I want to try to move them over. I really should have done this before. Well, the problem is I didn't see the problem. I didn't see the proportional error until then, so. Now she has like weird little bird calves and like big thick thighs. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But that's not how Jessie looks, right? Jessie looks very like slim, kind of athletic, out there roughing it a lot in the woods. I imagine she does most of the work, being the toughest member of the crew. They're pirates now. You know, I'm going to go off on a limb and say they probably did dress up like pirates. And I'll find out when I'm editing this, and I will put an image over them if I can find. If not, I'm just going to slap their heads onto One Piece. Luffy da puss. This looks kind of weird, but it's gonna... The black thing's gonna blend it. So see, yeah, her leg looks totally different now. Now she looks more like that lamp. You know the one. Hot electric sex in the window. That's the one. And that's when Ralphie discovered masturbation. A real Christmas gift. And he shot his eye out. Okay, so now I think I need to erase this part of the skirt. I need to erase a lot of stuff. I want that belly. Belly was the only thing I liked. I'm just going to make it connect to here, where that leg is. Because the other leg's going to be like laying under, right? So like if her ass is here, her large voluptuous ass as I'm drawing it, then her split would be right about here. And her other one, her other leg would be like this. Yeah, her legs are going to be like this. And the skirt's going to be a little bit wider than the leg. And then I'll do that boot detail in the back there. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on the camera. I need to fix my frog tape. Or adjust the camera, it's more at eye level. Then you can really hear my deep breathing. It's already hot, and I gotta tell you, my AC's broken. So I've been using like a window AC. The Amazon Basic ones are surprisingly good, by the way. Anyways, so my hands are getting a little sticky already. We already got a 15-minute video. That's longer than I thought I'd be able to do this. I thought they'd be back by now. I really hope my son likes it. Seeing as I'm making it for him. I honestly felt a little bad when the Christmas one sold. I told him it was going to sell, that it was for sale, it was for a charity. He's like, yeah, that's cool, Dad. Yeah, get me some chocolate milk. And, yeah, I will hide the feet in the border so we don't develop a foot fetish. I mean, I could always lower the picture down more. I can, like... I might just do that. So let's bring this thing, the gumdrop as I've affectionately dubbed it, all the way down. Gumdrop all the way down. Let's just draw Meowth's feet where Meowth's feet would be. We're doing a lot of foot stuff in this episode. For more foot stuff, you know, subscribe to my Only Clams. There you go. Look at them toes. Look at them. Look at the toes on that puss. By the way, anyone that's seen my last video, did you come to a consensus? You know, was I weird for thinking all this time? I don't know. Like, again, if I say I popped him in the puss, where did I hit him? Yes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch this like hour-long video and try to figure it out. No, what it is I've always had this expression, pop them in the puss. It's like sour puss on the face. I swear I didn't make it up. I think I heard it somewhere, but my point is, I got a weird reaction for that one the other day. Someone thought I was saying something highly inappropriate, and I don't know. She's also the kind of person that would say puss on the face, though, so. How to come they understand, and that's the thing. Actually, now I'm thinking, if you can have a sour puss on the face, whoever's using that, like, where else is the puss? What other kinds of pusses are there? Well, there's a pussy cat. Hopefully puss isn't one of those, like, 7 words you can't say on YouTube or radio. Alright, so see, now they're kind of like foot level. And I did make his feet offset duckish. And why did I do that? He's a martial artist. He's got that sword and he's ready. He's actually in a fighting stance. So I like that. I might actually bring the frame. Again, I've gone outside my border. I might bring the border down for this one on my son. I might do a very small border altogether, actually, just so I can get all of her hair in there. We'll just paint this one to the edge and see how it turns out. Now, I've thought a lot about the background, and like maybe lighter here and darker behind them. But I'm probably going to do darker here and lighter behind. I don't know. Can't decide. Think about it when I get there. I don't need to think about that now. What I need to think about is inking these boys. So, test paper, what I always tell you happens to me. I get my pen, I set the pen to the paper, I do test strokes, and it messes up. Why does it mess up? I'm just gonna... I mean, like, look, this one's doing fine. Because I did it quick, but if I do it slowly, you get, like, these white spots, and now it's not doing it. That's what I really gotta... You know, that's the technique, ladies and gentlemen. I really just have to complain about something, because then it won't happen, right? And I'll look like a weirdo. That's probably not why I look like a weirdo, but do some more test marks. Meow. F. Nice, Mewtwo. Okay, I don't think I need this right now, so I'm gonna put the iPhone to the side. Yuck, iPhone. I'm going to start with the gumdrop. Nice line, easy. Oh, see, it did it right there. It made white dots. That's why I went back over it. The real reason I do the test marks, I mean, part of it's to warm my hand up, but the real reason is 100% to make sure the pin's working right. So I'm probably going to do the background very monochromatic. The gumdrop, the backdrop, even like what bit of the floor is going to be in there will more or less be the same color, just different tones. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they have ankle bones in their feet. That part of your bone, or that part of your foot where the bone sticks out on the side and it hurts when you bump shit. So look, right here. Get close so you can see it. You got some of that white dotting. So what you want to do, that's why I use these low flow pins, is you just go back over it gently and fill it in. I hate when that happens like with an eye or something and then the eye gets fatter and then you have to make the other eye fatter. I've literally majorly messed stuff up trying to correct that in the past. And it's starting to happen a lot, so I'm going to switch pins actually. See which one looks like it's got a lot. None of them. Okay. Drew Naruto's cheek there. No, here's a good example. So this line, I want to make this all match up right. So I'm actually going back into the line I have, starting back in it, and using it to follow the curve. Because if I start here, it's going to look like the connection's weird, but you can hide the connection in the curve. It's one of those ones I taught myself. White dots. It also helps with these white dots. I'm not just going where the dots are, I'm going behind it in the curve and going back over. You know what other cat has weird kind of feet like this? Garfield. A review of Hop will be coming out soon, and how it's a true masterpiece of cinema with such high levels of references that it takes a true genius of Rick and Mortian style intellect to understand it. And I'm not going to connect the floor completely over because, well, one, a lot of it's going to be cropped out, hopefully, and two, I'm just going to try to make all the colors fade together at a certain point. I'm glad I didn't put the ink through his tail. That would have ruined this whole thing. My son's going to be happy when he comes home. I can show him that more of it's inked. He'll tell me, don't color it. Sometimes children, it's like that Bob's Burgers where he's trying to get the ice cream machine to work. And it makes what essentially is Fry's ice cream soup. Like it says Bender. Bender made it for him. But Teddy eats it and he's like, that's great, Bob. Don't change a thing. It's your first customer, I'm telling you. And he didn't. But, like, that's a lot like what kids are like. It's like, bud, it's not done yet. I love it. Give him a fish, it's all jumping around on there. But it needs to go in the water. But look at it, it's jumping. I like how her feet turned out. Anytime you have like boots like this, you always run the risk of them just looking like black blotches, essentially. Thin line, just went back through it the other way, evened it out. This is why I like to be able to draw through my Meowth, or through the foreground, because that line looks perfect now, because I followed that line that cuts through it. It's a lot harder to make your lines like connect and stop and connect and stop without being able to do something like this. You can see where they stop and they connect back together, and it'll drive you nuts if you let it. Got a little wider there than I wanted. I just gotta be careful with the curves. You know, I was thinking of a title for this episode. I was thinking Jessie looks good in black. But I'm actually curious, what Team Rocket uniforms do you prefer, the black or the white? Personally, when I was a kid, I was like one of the first kids to find out that Pokemon came from video, like, who didn't find out about Pokemon through video games. I learned of it through the cards and the toys, and then the TV show, which aired at a very weird time for me. I wasn't able to catch it due to my schedule, but my point is, I saw the white uniforms of Team Rocket first. So when I saw the game, I'm like, oh, they just didn't get details right from the show. They messed stuff up. It was very common when I was a kid, though, for like a movie or something to license for a game company to make a game of it that has nothing to do with it, like Toy Story 2 for the N64. And you would get a lot of like abnormalities. Sometimes you got really classic hard games like Tarzan for the 64, which I wasn't able to get to where he was an adult as a kid, and as an adult, man, that Jaguar still kicks my ass. Game gets hard as heck. Fun game though, for a 2D scroller. So it's one of those times I'm stopping because that's where our waistline is. It's going to make it look a little more separated, and I'm really nervous right now because I am in like prime crowded territory for her and the Meowth. Soon there's going to be like live AI generated versions of this, and you're just going to see them making a Buddha's hand. I'll put the fruit up for those that didn't get that joke. See, I messed up a bit there, but if I come back down, I just make that line a little bit thicker, and it smooths out my shape, and it kind of saves it. I think not too many people would notice that, especially once I color the black. That'll just be our happy little secret. And if you tell anyone that line is there, I will come to your house and I will cuddle you. If anyone understands that reference, you know, you watched a lot of Family Guy as a kid like I did. And if you don't, you're probably pretty weirded out. And this pin's starting to give me some trouble, so I'm going to switch again. That's part of why I have so many pins too, is you can just keep switching. They stay a bit fresher. It immediately betrayed me. You are supposed to restore balance to the Force. Anakin did restore balance to the Force. And then J.J. Abrams it all up. That's right, I censored myself. I took the joy away from the censors. That's how crazy I am. And draw, you know, the thingies. Oh, man. This one is a clincher. You know, that saying, this one's a clincher. What do you think people are clinching? Oh, their teeth. Oh my god, I'm getting to the face, which is like, ugh. You might notice I did a great artistic trick of hiding the hands. You can't tell I'm AI. No, just hands are a pain in the butt. Anytime you can get away with not doing hands, I recommend it. It's very hard to find poses, though. Where you can do that, and I think it works here. Well, because I got this little dude in front of her. Okay, I wanted to leave the R, so let's leave the R. Let's go put some of this boob shape in there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, the hair curl is going to be hard. Her face is going to be hard. Let's just get to it. It already fucked up on the face. Right there. Now, sounds like my family's home, so I'm gonna have to quit for now. I'll try to finish this up after they go to sleep. Well, welcome back. Well, I guess not welcome back. The same episode. My family did come home. They're all kind of off right now, so I have a moment to do this. Did my test strip. So much ink came out right there. It has me worried this pin's about to break. I have had pins break in the middle. Just completely destroy like entire panels of comics I've been working on for weeks, but I haven't had it with these pins yet. Too much and now friggin' too little. So look, I kind of didn't line it up there, so I'm just going to bring it back. Want bold lines in her hair anyways. There we go. Fish are being oddly loud at the moment. I really like the water sound. Thing is, I have tinnitus. You know, some people are like, oh, I hate the sound of the fish filter. Like you'll see in the fish groups, people will be like, my spouse or whatever wanted the fish filter off and it messed it up, or thought it was making too much noise. But if you have tinnitus, it's like, oh, some calming water or a high-pitched ring. There's this thing you do where you put your fingers over the back of your head. You put your thumbs in your ears and you put like the fingers over the back of your head and you beat on it like a bongo. Like that guy from My Singing Monster. And it actually kind of like dampens it a bit for a while. Something about changing the pressure in your head. If you have it where it's like, you know, it kind of comes and goes. I feel like it comes on a lot when there's a pressure change myself. Okay. Now it's painful, bro. I'm really hating this right now. Fucking bug is landing on me too. They like my light. It's because the fish lights are out. See, like right there in the curve, I had to stop. And I'm going to do that technique in a minute where you go back in it. I want the lines in her hair to be bold, but I'm not making them super thick right now because I'm still not sure if I want to try to bring that out more with the color or what. But we're going to give it a minute. So this, again, you go back and oh my god. Freaking lion tamer hair. There we go, it's beautiful. Oh my god, the anxiety's flowing out of me. I'm just going to her fudged up hair at the moment because that's what I'm worried about. I like to tackle what is bothering me most, honestly. Get it out of the way. Sorry, my son came in and lost my train of thought. See, I messed up the circle, so I'm fixing it on the inside. Now I'm going to go and just make this one a little thicker, so they're a little more even. I love how I hid her other ear with get away, bug. You never want to smash a bug, or like brush one off once on your paper, because you might smear it. Ruin pictures with bugs, too. Don't ruin my thing, and then you ruin it. I also had paint ruined by a moth landing on it. That one always sucks. Oh, there we go. You know, yeah, anyone out there that paints, you know, maybe you're drawing along with these videos, you're using these videos to learn how to draw, but you ever make anything for your kid? It's kind of rewarding. I'm going to try to switch pins real quick, because I'm at the face. Now I got glue on this one. It's got a lot in there, so I'm going to use the one with glue on it. So if it looks a little funny, I was using it to, I believe I was using the fork to hold something. and I glued it, and then the glue dripped onto it and glued part of the plate to it. Took a minute to chip it off best I could. You know what, actually, a little reverse engineering. Which one of these looks the emptiest? Yeah, I'm going to say this one. Yes, I am that retentive about my writing utensil. Yeah, it is used. And I still technically have 2 functional pencils. Or pens. So it's got a little glue on it too, actually. But it's not a textural thing. And it writes beautifully. Okay, so the face... You see a lot of, like, tattoos mess up in the face. Especially if they do them in multiple sessions, like they outline the body, then go back to do the face. They don't stencil it on or proportion it right. They'll look like they have a very leaning forward face a lot of the time. By the way, my friend got me to download this game because he knows I love Asian stuff. Called Where the Winds Meet. I gotta tell you, I'm like 2 hours in, and I got my character made. Really in-depth character creation window in there. It's surprisingly a good quality game for being free. I guess she has black eyebrows. Neo. Has a Tina vibe. I added these. I remember now, I wanted to look up her hair. There's so many inconsistencies with her hair over the years. Well, some of them have lines there, some of them don't. Let's see what Ken had. He had pixels because it's so fucking... See, like, these ones, it looks pixelated. But then, like, the toys and stuff, like, I don't know, that might not be official. It's kind of, PG-13 for, Pokemon. She looks like a mom here. Yeah, that's why we use pencil. Yeah, I'm putting that. As the artist, I feel he needs it. My pen, she is being a stubborn bitch. Okay. These moths, bruh. These lines, you know what, you want to mess up pen? Go ahead, because I'm going to do them heavy. I think that could have turned out better. Now with her eye, I'm actually going to try to give the black some texture, and I'm going to do little lines. You know where the shine, but it's really going to help her eyes just look and feel more 3D-dimensional. Not 5Ds, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Not the one with Monkey D. Yugi. You know, speaking of One Piece, Nike has some One Piece sneakers coming out, and man, they look cool, like those orange ones. Based on the devil fruits. Oh, I like clouds. Kind of remind me of the alligator Jordans. You'll make sure your shine's consistent. Because it is coming from an angle. One thing I hate is not only like inconsistent angles, but like them, obviously the light's coming from here. But you'll get a lot of them where, like especially with cheap animation, it's always on the same one. Like here, let me just draw an example for you as I ramble about this. You'll have like a character. And their eyes are just always like that. The shine is just always like that, no matter where they are, no matter what the lighting is. I hate it. I just hate when it's stuck like that. You also have the ones. Look, they have that vacant void smile of all those Snapchat avatars and fucking AI art. I hate when people use that for their business logo. Like there's someone around me that paints faces that does it. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hire you to paint like my build. No, they don't paint faces. They paint windows. But like, I don't want to hire you to paint on my window when you're using freaking Snapchat models. I've seen people that do 3D printing and stuff too. Like they just, or like they'll do graphic design t-shirts. They just have no problem putting that AI on there. I think I got my Jesse done, bruh. So, part of the reason why I wait at least a day between doing this is I really want to make sure the ink's dry. But I think my son's gonna like it. Well, actually, for having to sneak this one out, it turned out quite longer than I thought, and I got a lot of good progress done. I hope you're excited to see it. I hope you're excited to see how this turns out. And I hope my son's going to love it. And I hope to see you back when we do that. So, until then, have a good one. These will be coming out on Friday now.